Siarga. It is my pleasure to be here, standing here in Siarga meeting or seminar, routine seminar. Today I will give a short lecture with the topic and what we call it, Indonesian herb and spice from traditional to modern food and herbal medicines. Before I speak longer, I just want to introduce myself in short term. My name is Muhammad, and then my middle name is Sasmito. My last name is Djati. Our Indonesian name is very important. It's meaningful for us, you know. Muhammad, that means excellent guy. Sasmito, that means signal. Djati is the real guy. All meaning that's the excellent, real guy. Yeah. I hope we can express my excellency. No, just joke. But before we continue our discussion, I think it's much more important for us introducing first my university. Maybe not all of you knows about our university. My university, Universitas Brawijaya, or we make abbreviation like UBLB become UB, yeah. And then my university, you can look here, is near Bali. Near Bali. There is Philippines. Yeah, you know Indonesia. The population. This my notice in 3 years ago. Maybe now it's more than this. And we live in like Philippines. We live in many islands, more than 70,000 of islands. You can imagine that. And then we have also speaking with more than 700 local languages, not dialects, but language, different in terms of grammatical, in terms of vocabulary or something like that. But we have principle of life, what we call it unity in diversity. In Indonesia, we have more than 500 public universities and more than 4,000 private universities. This is our hometown, Malang, here. And Malang is surrounding mountains. That means we living in mountainous area. So little bit colder than Manila or Los Baños, yeah. So because you can look this mountain surrounding our hometown. And last week this mountain erupted. Yeah, you can look directly safety in terms of eruption. So many tourism come there. Safety, of course. Long time ago it's very quiet. Now it's even in the top of mountains. Traffic jam also, like in Manila. Yeah. Of course, our culture is complicated. If you know, I don't know, we are Muslim, but long time ago, our history is under Hinduism. We can look so many temples in our hometown also. And another Chinese temples, many in our hometowns. Another is church. Yeah. Okay, you can look this is church, this grand mosque. We living side by side peacefully. So you hear about terrorists or something. It's not true in our culture because we are living peacefully each other with different kind of our life and religion. And of course, many of us Muslims, so we can look so many mosques in our country, in our hometown. Yeah, Malang is not so big city, just 1 million, and there's so many Muslim and Christian, Hinduism or something like that. From Jakarta, about 1,000 kilometers by plane, 1 hour and 15 minutes. By trains, of course, 24 hours. From Surabaya, 100 kilometers or 2 hours by car, but now maybe only 1 hour because we already built our highway. Brawijaya, as you know, is the name of Majapahit Empire. So a long time ago, this Majapahit Empire almost occupies half of Southeast Asian country, include Malaysia and then maybe southern part of Philippines maybe, but that's not been we try to occupy Filipino. It's just fission. We look like there's no discrimination, plurality or something like that. This Majapahit Empire, and the king of Majapahit, we call Raja Brawijaya. That means the name of the king of Majapahit in Majapahit era. So you can adjust my comparison with this Indonesia, this Europe. So I think Indonesia kind of big country with archipelago time. This is our campus. You can look, this is our central office. Like, this is our vision. So every building here, you can look this building. This is our symbol of Majapahit. It's very important for us to educate our students. You can look this, almost our building, in the top of our building look like a temple, Majapahit temple. You can look this one, this one. Of course, our students, so many, more than 60,000 students. Now we are carrying between 54 to 65,000 students. So at about 60 students. Undergraduate or bachelor, master degree and doctoral program, Indonesian and also foreigner. This is our faculty of law, economic and business, administration science, agriculture, animal husbandry, engineering, medical, fishery and marine science, mathematics and natural science, agriculture technology, social and political science, cultural studies, veterinary medicine, and then technology, information and computer science, dentistry, vocational program. The term of faculty maybe here is college or school or institute, but in our term we use faculties. There is study program and department, more than 100. Yes, we also teach our foreign student. And also, as we know, Brawijaya University always be a winner in what we call it student national competition for science. Always number one, our student. That's means our student is much clever than lecturer. Because the lecturer is not number one. So that means they are more clever most. You can look this. This is Indonesian traditional martial arts, what we call it Pencak Silat. And when last year Asian Games, we had, not last year, last year, we got more than 16 or something gold medal from this field of sports. This is our student activity. And now we got in our topic. We come to our topic before we think about the Indonesian traditional food and drugs. In Indonesia, we always say rempah-rempah. Rempah-rempah, that means spice. In Indonesia, all of our foods should be spiced by rempah-rempah. There is no food without spice. It's Indonesian style. Even if we think about spice, and Also, Indonesia under Dutch colony many years, hundreds of years because of rempah-rempah. Yeah. That's very important thing for us. The first, another thing why we chose this method. Yeah. In Indonesia, we call Indonesia mega biodiversity. So we have many plants, many species that living endemic of Indonesia. So it is very, very important. More than 25,000 species flowering plants, or 10% were total. So you can imagine that. Another thing is species of bird, and then species of mammal, and then another thing is reptile and amphibian. And we have still ancient reptiles who still live in Indonesia, especially in southern part of Indonesia. Also, fish, biodiversity of Indonesian space, because maybe Indonesia is the largest beach who can use for fishing in the world, the first. And you can look this global biodiversity species numbers of vascular fire. This you can look. And okay, if we come to Indonesian traditional foods, that what I said before, all Indonesian traditional food are spiced with rempah-rempah. Oh, there is no rempah-rempah in our there is no food without rempah-rempah. Indonesians. So you can look this one. Yeah, there's banana leaf, and everything natural products. You can look this one. And then zero rice. Sometimes such kind of food is spiritual food. Yeah, spiritual food, because we eat it in some cultural or some special event, like when the baby was born or something like that, and how old the baby, the pregnant woman or something like that. We always use this event to make some kind of food. And yeah, of course, almost all of is little bit hard for non-Indonesian. Yeah. And also drink. So many traditional drinks. You can look this one. Yeah, there's nuts and some. This is coconuts and other things. Yeah, you can look this one. Also, Indonesia have maybe like Philippines. Yeah, we have traditional market, and Indonesian traditional markets indicated their hard work, because in the Indonesian traditional market you can come in a very early morning, in 3 o'clock or maybe 2 o'clock EM, they already work to serve customer. And others, you can look this what we call it floating market, especially in Kalimantan. We have many market in the river. Yeah, in the river. And you can look this. Almost all of them is women. So if you think about gender, Indonesia we have no problem for gender. Yeah. Every woman, in the market, especially. And also you can look this our traditional restaurant. We call it warung. You can do it in such way. So that's, if you look this, you can imagine we are living in a wet tropical country. Yeah. That means many kind of biodiversity, also include microbe and parasite. parasites. So that's been disease. Yeah. Yes. This is, but now, of course, we're trying to make an Indonesian style restaurant with kind of with style, Indonesian style like this. Now become more famous, like maybe in Japanese or something like that. But now become more famous. Another thing, we call it Jamu. Jamu is Indonesian traditional drugs. Indonesian traditional drug based on rempah, based on spice. So that's mean our food, traditional food, we not just say about food itself, but also its function for their health. So Indonesian food always should be healthy, should be healthy, because many rempah-rempah or other things that are useful for our health. And another thing, you can do this traditional jamu. All of the women who go to the market, who go to housing, and then they look. You can look this like backpacker. Yeah. So after you notice this one. According National Economic Survey in this one, Indonesia, more than 50% of Indonesians treat their body without medical help, but they choose traditional medicine. Jamu is traditional herbal medicine that have been used by Indonesian community for hundreds of years. Jamu is made from part of the plant, leaf, roots, fruit, and others. Animal and also animal extract, which has active compound to healing certain disease. Yes. Now we try to make it definition. Sometimes we make spice in terms of small dose, and others everything but the small dose. That means every Indonesian food have small dose for spice. Every Indonesian traditional food. And then if we think about drug or jamu, that high dose. It's what we know. Because rempah or spice is such kind of flavor. And also herb come on the leaf, aromatic plants. Maybe we bring it. It's a sample for aromatic plant. This taste. So you can imagine that. You can make such kind of Indonesian food always tasty. Maybe kind of Philippine also almost same, or Thailandese, or some Indonesian if go out of Indonesia in Europe, sometimes if they eat something, look like there is no taste. If they eat like westernized food, look like there is no. I have also experience like that. Even in Indonesia, so many eat rice. I don't know, in Philippines. When the first time I went to Australia, I go to restaurant, I just try to order triple sandwich because I am worried I'm not full. He looked from the bottom to my hair. You're not so tall, but you eat so much. Yes. For Indonesian, even we eat 5 kilograms of beef. He said, I have not eat yet if he not eat the rice yet. It's very important. And the sense is a combination of smell, taste, and division, and sense of taste is very important. But in terms of drug, we call it this natural resource of antioxidant, and then not only antioxidant, not only. This is our reason. Yeah. You can do this. Yeah. Sort of spice and herb. Yeah. This serai, because Indonesia serai, or lemongrass, kayu manis, and then secang. We also produce secang drink. Yeah. Yeah, secang drinks. Also very delicious, and also it is functional for drugs. Sunflower also. Cengkeh is clove. You know, Indonesian cigarette always would use the clove. So some non-Indonesians are straying with smelling for Indonesian cigarette. It's have meaning for essential oil. Yeah. I will show you our product for essential. And also fruit. Yeah. We can produce this one. This is tamarind. Yeah, tamarind also we eat it with soup. Yeah, with what we call it tamarind soup. Yeah, and we put so many vegetable and something else. Pala or nutmeg, chili. Of course, Indonesian there's many kind of chili, small and big or many kind. Jintan, and then ketumbar. Yeah. From leaf, you can do this. Citrus, celery, yes. Yeah, then from root, ginger. Of course, in terms of plants, where they live, it's very important because the nutrition support this plant is very important. And bulb, bulb. We have onion, but you know, in onion in Indonesia we have two kind of garlic and onion is different. So many spice with many antioxidant compound in spice and herb also. But it's very important thing that we should understand about herb. So herbs contain unique antioxidant, essential oil, vitamin, phytosterol, and many other plant derived from nutrient substance, which help equip our body to fight against germ, toxin, and to boost immunity level. So not just antioxidant, but immunomodulator. This is very important thing that we can look our research before. Yeah. Herbs are facts. In fact, medicine in smaller doses. Yeah, you can do here. There are many kind of clove, ginger, turmeric, and rosemary or something. Yeah. Indonesian ginger. Yeah, you can do this one. Red ginger and white ginger or something. And this is a very important, a very popular Indonesian traditional drugs. Maybe if you know Indonesian, go and every Indonesian maybe bring this one. Have you bring it? Maybe some of you bring it. Yeah. Antangin. Antangin, that means angin, that means wind. Yeah, wind. Indonesia, if we say about influenza, that is masuk angin. Masuk angin, the angin, yeah, wind come to our bodies. That's traditional meaning. Yeah. Okay. There's so many symptoms of cold. Yeah, and symptoms of cold. Kunyit of turmeric. Indonesia also use this one for spice and their food. Yeah, you can get this. This jamu, kunyit asam, yeah, many. Andaliman also, yeah, you can look this one andaliman. Maybe in Philippines also, they say atarasa, another things. Mengkudu, is very famous for diabetes. If you drink this one, especially if you have a high glucose in your blood, it will be decreasing. Yeah, it will decrease. Yeah. Sirsak. This white. You know sirsak maybe? Yeah, Anona Maruku. I don't know in Japanese. Yeah, also become essential. Also support immune system and also antioxidant system. Serai. Yeah, also. So it just try to make definition. Everything, plants or animal become food, and then become a functional food. Yeah, and then become Jamu or Herbal. This is a modern, westernized way of thinking. Yeah, if we think about drugs, yeah, westernized way of thinking is different comparing traditional way of thinking. This is very important thing. You should be thinking about that. Because if we think about traditional, we always make cute extract. That means many kind of active compounds. If you know about active compounds, some is synergies, some antagonists, some coincident. They go by their own way and they go by their own way. It is very amazing. So, in terms of, yeah, we trying to use this Chinese medicine. So, if we think about herbal or traditional drug, we always think about systematic, not just one organ to be goal of the research, but we have many yeah. That's why I say kidney, lung, spleen, and heart directly trying to become much more better in the term of mechanism. Yeah. So the important thing for traditional, we should about synergy. Yeah. Most of the effective phytomedicine in the market are whole extract plant. It's very important. Another thing, protectionists believe that synergetic interaction between the components of individual or mixture of the herb are vital part of therapeutic efficacy. Another thing is mechanism of action of many phytomedicine is still unknown. It's very important. Still unknown. There are several instances where total extracts show better activity than equivalent dose is isolated compound chemically and pharmacological evidence to demonstrate conclusive in the concept of synergies. This basic way of thinking of traditional Indonesian traditional medicine. And also that I have taught before, multi-target approach. Combination of herb are normal and are based on empirical observation and reasoning based on particular patient. So, of course, maybe our grandparents before, they're not doing some research like our system now, our young generation with methodology or something like that. But they have their own methodology, the different paradigm with our generation now. That's why this herbal combination may not be target two particular organ or multi-target cell, tissue, or any biochemical system, making this synergy even more difficult to identify possibility of drug interaction. And at first, it should be understood about the adverse reaction arising out of this have to be checked before coming out with the drugs. Because in every plant that I have explaining here, have potential toxic material. So be careful if we think about traditional medicine, because in Indonesia we're facing some traditional user customer have faced kidney failure. Of course, it is cheap, but in Indonesia is now increasing so many kidney failure, because kidney is the part of our organ for detoxification. So they work hard because the dose is so many. It's very important to understand. Yeah. Everything about immune system. In our system in plant, our hypothesis is in every plant have such kind of flavonoid. Flavonoid, that's mean they have potential as immunomodulator. Not just increasing, we say about modulator, not just increasing, but sometimes decreasing, sometimes inhibiting. So if we look our mechanism is a very detailed here. Yeah. Many mechanisms, like what we call it, is MHC2, there is an immune system receptor for T cell signaling, and many other things, what we call CDC42 or something like that. Many kinds should be understand about the mechanism. So there's very complex mechanism before APC become cell immune. It's very important. And also the problem of non-specific phagocytosis also, that means will be support immune system become much more better in terms of time. Mechanism of immune system that this macrophage. This, for example, a simple ones. If this our body hurt something, and then this inflammatory here. There's many what we call cytokine here, and then they become recover. We can recover. Yeah. We're trying to make some research. Yeah. Because we understand about how with this systemic approach. So, this one, if we make some kind of immune system, erythroid cell, and then common myeloid progenitor or something. So this mechanism, of course, is very complicated, but this will be systemic, should be systemic approach with many kind of chemical compound effective. That's why if we think about immune system, ABC and then MHC, we need such kind of interleukin, interferon gamma, TNF alpha or something. Then it should be balanced in our body. Should be balanced, not just high or not just decrease or something like that. What we call it is. So there is our research now. We're trying to look this one. Many cytokine here to look the mechanism after we giving in our animal experiment with many kind of herb. For example, this one. We know our mothers give pregnant and then birds, and everyone knows the bloods of mothers, placenta, fetus, and birds. It needs kind of this one. This is a hormonal system, immune system, and then also immune system here. We can look directly after we after we gave them, and many Indonesian women, pregnant women use traditional drugs. Yeah. But some of them, they have the problem like this. They facing the abortion, sometimes low birth weight, lactation problem, and immune system problem, and parasite, and epidemic or something. But we have, that I have said before, our potential drugs, traditional drugs. Yeah. This is our experiment, in real experiment. This Elephanthropus scaber, what we call it, tapak liman. Another is Sarapus androgynis. Tapak liman, I think this is endemic Southeast Asia. So I think in Philippines also many kind of this. The first, when I say about tapak liman, not from me originally. This from we joining with Korean researcher, and he said to me, "Hey Djati, it's a very expensive in Korea, but in almost anywhere it's grown up in Indonesia, it's very expensive." And we trying to know this potential of this plant. And this one is already known in Indonesia for lactation. For women, sometimes they have problem for lactation problem. We try to mix formula for this one, for this research, because we believe when our mothers pregnant, they have special mechanism and very unique immune system mechanism, very unique, because women in pregnant in term of healthy pregnant, women in pregnancy more healthy than non-pregnant. Can you understand it? Yeah. Women in pregnancy more healthy than non-pregnant, because they have special system in their body for pregnancy. Like when the baby or the embryo come attached to endometrium or endometrium, embryo is protein. So if they come to the endometrium, it should be foreign protein. Yeah, foreign protein. If we think about foreign protein, we should think about the immune system. This foreign protein should be, this one. They get suppressive environment within uterus. It's very important mechanism. We're trying to look this one. It is a mechanism in every bioreproduction knows. This is in physiology. We understood that the mechanism is very important, not just high, not just low, but it's like a rhythm, like orchestra. Not that's mean everything just high tone, no, some high tone, some lower tone, but there's some rhythm, and then this become more beautiful to hear it. This is the mechanism of hormone and other things. So it is not easy mechanism to understood to this. So we mix in our research with extract. We're trying to make extract. Yes, 100% tapak liman, then 75% and 25%, and mixture this. And we try to lymphocyte isolation, and we analyze by FACS or flow cytometer analysis, and then statistical analysis. This is the result. We already published in the journal. mechanism is a very important here that we taught before. Yeah, the mechanism. Sometimes I do not understand it, why it is high and there is low. Yeah. But always mix some. You can look this. This is TER119 and GR1s. That's supporting for energy metabolism. This is for immune system. Directly gathering to make mothers. Of course, this is in animal. Yeah, it's in animal experiment. To make the beautiful rhythm that I said before, such kind of orchestra. Yeah, it's very important with the combination. We are surprised this one. Also, we look this one. Interleukin 2 cytokine and also CD4 cytokine cell in pregnancy. Mice. We trying to make typhoid. So every in our experiment, there is mice we infected with typhus, Salmonella typhus, and then we give the formula. And we look this one. It's a very, very nice information that look what I have told before. This synergism synergism effect of our formula. Yeah, this is also look like this one. This is IL interleukin 4 and then B220 for lymphocytes. That's mean immune system will become stronger for the pregnant mice. Yeah. So we can do this. We can make some kind of the best formula. But should be worried. Because, in our plant always have toxic material. If we just look about the immune system, very good. But for long term, maybe it is dangerous. We can look another model system. We always we look this one. This is Salmonella TB. Yeah, this is our publication there. Yeah. Then also we look erythrocyte, the supporting system to make erythrocyte is blood cell who support metabolism energy. Yeah. You can look this one, and we can make some formula, the best formula in terms of this case. We look another. Yeah, we notice another. The first nothing, the second not, the first nothing in notice is immune system. Another is what we call it hormone. Hormone also something very important thing to look mechanism of pregnant women. Yeah, the mechanism. We understood that the hormone have many kind of hormone. Some is protein hormone. This is the mechanism protein hormone or polypeptide hormones. And others, this is storage hormone. The mechanism storage hormone is in this area. Yeah, they come because the molecule of steroid is small. They can come to the cell and directly the receptor is in nuclear. Yeah. This is the hypothetic model. Yeah, the model. And we make some formula, of course. Yeah, for fix. We make another experiment. Yeah. Sorry. This is the result. Yeah, this is the result. Sorry. This is the result. Estrogen. You can look this one increasing and then another thing is decreasing, and decreasing. And we make some constanta here, and then we also has a kind of what we call it. This is a mechanism. After the infective, lymphocyte, and then lymphocyte T, and then sorry, this is bahasa. Yeah. The experimental, the day of experimental here. Sorry, this is in bahasa. We can make some kind of model, mechanism model from stem cell become immune system cell. We can look this one. Another experiments, we know that our plant also have character as antibacterial activities. It's a very nice information for us, because after we make some, this my student do. There's a formula that we have made it, and then we trying to make diffusion these methods, and then you can look this one. Yeah, the result also. We compare with antibiotic. Yeah, our formula we compare with antibiotics. Yeah, and there's no difference. So antibiotic, antibacterial, and then we function in this. So this is the theoretical. Yeah. Bacteria come and what we call in the toxin, and there's TNF alpha, what we get in it, antibacterial, and in it antiviral effects. Yes. So we make some discussion. Yeah. This is extract when both plant extract may be generated most of potent herbal. In E. coli, we make another infection with E. coli. Yeah. Yeah. This is, if we think about antioxidant, antioxidant mechanism. Of course, this mechanism we have not researched it yet, but now we have done it, but we have not published yet. Yeah. Type of antioxidant. Yeah. You can look this antioxidant. Another activity we can look this one. Yeah. Is also have potential for antioxidant. Yeah. This research we still going ongoing research now, but we have not finished it yet. Yeah. Okay. We can do this. Yeah. Many potential antioxidants. Yeah. This flavonoid, everyone knows that flavonoid. Every plant have flavonoid material, like flavonoid, flavonol, flavonoids, anthocyanin, isoflavone, flavonol, something like that. Yeah. Okay, this is just theoretically because we have not done it yet. Yeah. Another thing that we try to study. If you think about those, we also have already done and already published in our formula. Yeah, we look our liver and kidney, the negative effect of this. Yeah. So after we make formulation there, we can look in terms of histopathological study of kidney. So, because that I have told before, we need some understanding of mechanism, and especially for negative effect. Of course, of all of our formula, there is no negative effect yet. But maybe if we make another formula, it's different. So you can look the results. Yes. Yeah. It's our student doing this. There is the mechanism on how to make many kind of research. So this is our our conclusion, establishing progesterone, estrogen, that we call, that we said before, is very, very beautiful mechanism we understood about the progesterone and estrogen. Also, we spoke about so that the all treatment were significantly decreasing in placental necrotic cells. So, not just how to say, in the simple thing, in simple words, it's not dangerous. Yeah, it's not dangerous. Okay.